Welcome back, junior high students and parents, and get ready because this year we have a lot of exciting things planned in the instrumental music department.
Hi, I'm Don Golden. I do all of the bands here at Sunset Ridge, which includes woodwinds, brass, and percussion.
And I'm Jesse Nolan. I direct the string orchestra, bucket band, choir, the musical, and a 7th grade exploratory class. We'd like to take a moment to ask that your student begin bringing their instrument to school as soon as possible so we can start rehearsing. Our holiday concert is less than 3 months away. Junior high band and orchestra meet for 2 45-minute full rehearsals per week. 6th grade rehearses at a separate time than 7th and 8th grade. In addition, Mr. Nolan and Mr. Golden give students a 30-minute small group lesson 1 day per week in the morning before school. These lessons are required, and attendance at them makes up a portion of the student's overall grade. New this year is a once-a-month Friday morning rehearsal. On one Friday morning per month, students in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band and orchestra will get together for a large rehearsal. The first one is Friday, September 24th at 7:30 a.m. Please mark your calendars. Now that students have been playing instruments for at least a couple years, we will begin moving away from the concepts that they learned in 4th and 5th grade. These include things like beginning concepts, such as how to hold an instrument, basic technique, learning to read music, and learning basic notes, rhythms, key signatures, and time signatures. Students will also put away many of their old method books. In 6th through 8th grade, we will begin to focus on new and more advanced concepts like compound and mixed meter, a new warm-up and tuning routine. Students will progress on their instruments by performing respected and challenging music, and they will learn new notes on their instrument in order to increase their range. They will also focus on new rhythms, key signatures, and time signatures, and will trade in many of their old method books for new music chosen by the directors. The band will use chorale books as a warm-up and to learn about tuning and playing as a full ensemble. And finally, we will pilot a great piece of music software called Smart Music that is designed to develop students' practice skills in a technological and fun way. Another exciting feature in junior high band and orchestra is the addition of new performances. In addition to the holiday concert in December and the junior high spring concert in May, 6th through 8th grade band and orchestra students will also be performing at the North Shore Jazz Festival in January, the New Trier Jazz Festival in February, the Northwestern Band Festival in March, and school functions like Veterans Day Assembly in November, the All-School Awards Assembly at the end of the year, Board of Education and Student Council meetings, as well as a performance at Evening with the Eagles and a performance at Middle Fork in the spring. Another change from 4th and 5th grade is the addition of leadership roles. In the fall and spring of each year, students are elected to the posts of band president, band vice president, band secretary, band treasurer, and band librarian. These positions allow students to take ownership of their group and lead from within the ensemble. Additionally, they teach students about the non-musical responsibilities that musicians have when playing in a large group setting. As in the past, students are eligible to receive awards for participating in band and orchestra. These include the Director's Award, the Outstanding Musician Award, and the Most Improved Player Award. Unlike the past, however, the directors have created a rubric in order to make receiving these awards a bit easier and a bit more organized. This rubric details what students must do in order to be eligible to receive a particular award. Students can use this as a checklist to make sure they meet all of the award criteria. They will turn it in when it is complete and will receive their award at the awards assembly in the spring. Now on to grades. Students are evaluated in 6 categories: overall performance and effort, brings instrument, book, and pencil to class, cooperates, listens, and follows directions, handles instrument with care, demonstrates proper playing technique and posture, and demonstrates the ability to read and play notes and rhythms. In addition, Mr. Nolan and Mr. Golden also expect that students practice their instrument at home for at least 10 minutes per day. This year, students will have practice logs so they can keep track of how often they practice. They will be asking their parents to sign these logs so they can turn them in to their teachers. Finally, we've been hard at work on a new Sunset Ridge instrumental music handbook. The handbook can be found online at this web address or by going to either Mr. Nolan or Mr. Golden's teacher page. The handbook is for both students and parents and is full of information about Sunset Ridge Band and Orchestra. It is very important that students and parents read through the handbook together, then sign the last page and return it to either Mr. Nolan or Mr. Golden. Now on to the fun stuff. There are loads of awesome extracurricular music activities available to junior high students. In the fall, Mr. Nolan teaches a junior high bucket band designed to teach students about rhythm and percussion. We have a great time making music with just a pair of sticks and household items like buckets, trash cans, and bottles. It gets so loud that parents say they can hear us as they drive past on Willow Road. Junior High Bucket Band meets on Wednesdays from 3:45 to 4:45, starting on September 15th. In December, the group will show you what they can do at a bucket band concert. For students who love to sing, choir is the perfect opportunity. We sing all types of music and perform at the holiday concert and at various school assemblies. On Monday, choir meets from 3:30 until 4:30, and on Wednesday morning, students need to get to school extra early because rehearsal starts at 7:30 a.m. Choir starts on September 13th. Our jazz band, the Jazz and Eagles, is open to all students in 6th through 8th grade. In this group, Mr. Golden and Mr. Nolan will teach students how to improvise on their instrument and play some cool jazz. The Junior High Jazz Band meets on Tuesday morning from 7:30 to 8:30, starting September 14th. They perform at every Sunset Ridge concert and at jazz festivals throughout the area. Finally, after winter break, we will begin to rehearse for one of the highlights of the year, the Spring Musical. This year, our show is Disney's Alice in Wonderland Jr. There are 3 ways to be a part of the show. Any student can join the cast of the show. Mr. Arnold's stage crew is also a great way to get involved behind the scenes. Finally, for students who love to build and paint, set design crew with Mrs. Horn is the perfect opportunity. An informational meeting for parents and students will be held on Monday, December 13th from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Every 7th grader will also take Mr. Nolan's Rockin' Ridge Music Exploratory class at some point during the year. The class meets 3 days per week for 42 minutes per day. At the end of 10 weeks, students rotate to a different exploratory. The class is designed to give students a hands-on alternative music performance experience, teach students about the history of American popular music, help students draw connections between popular music and historical events, people, places, and cultural movements, and teach students about the music business. The curriculum of Rockin' Ridge is centered around small groups. On the first day of class, students divide themselves up into bands. They will then work with these bands for the entire 10-week period. First, they will decide who in their band will play what instrument and what song their band will be covering. With Mr. Nolan as a guide, students will rehearse 1 day per week until they've learned their entire song. Additionally, the first 8 minutes of every class period are devoted to a segment called 25 Classics in 25 Days, which teaches students about the history of rock and roll by examining 25 classic hits from Chuck Berry to Michael Jackson. Students are assessed on their daily participation, which includes proper care of musical instruments and school property, working well within a group, and open note pop quizzes about rock history. The thing students love the most about this class is that there is never any homework. The bulk of every student's grade in the class is made up of 3 projects. Their band demo. After learning their cover song, each band will go into the studio to record a demo. Each band will also act as the video production and art design team for another band and will create a music video and album art for that band. At the end of the 10-week class, we will have an in-class record release party so students can show each other their work. Finally, here are all the important performance dates for the entire year. Thanks for watching. Now let's make some music.